Hey up, it's Louise Schofield, and welcome back to another Spill the Sound. I'm back in the bathtub full of balls, which means it's time for an artist to swap places with me and have a little chat while they sit in here. And today, we've got a little treat for you. We've got Lostboy on the show, who did an absolutely awesome session for us. Plus, of course, we did a chat and some hooker ducks. And we found out how much he loves Gordon Ramsay's kitchen nightmares. How exciting is that? Let's roll it. And welcome back to another Spill the Sound. Now, another artist has found their way into the bath full of balls or lost their way. I'm not too sure. But I'm joined with Max from Lostboy. How are you? You good?
Yeah, not too bad, sir. Thanks very much for having us.
Are you comfy?
Yeah. Surprisingly comfy, actually.
Yeah.
It is a lot of balls.
It's a lot of balls, not a lot of time, innit? That's the kind of vibe.
And it's good. It's very good.
It's very good.
Much.
Oh, no problem at all. We're looking forward to having you play a couple of tracks later as well, which will be nice.
Yeah, should be good.
Be good. But first, right, I've got a few questions on these hooker ducks. I've had a little comb through your social media and a look at some bits, all right? So if you want to grab this cheeky little poll here, hooker duck, you've got red, you've got pink, or you've got a little purple one there.
We are going to go for the pink duck.
Oh, there he is.
There he is.
There he is.
Thanks very much.
That was quite smooth, you know.
Yeah,
a lot of people have struggled with it, but Max, you've smashed it.
It's not my first hooker duck.
It's not my first hooker duck. It's not my first rodeo. So this is on your social media. It's on your Twitter, actually. And you said, obsessed with Ramsay's kitchen nightmares. It's really crept up on me. To be fair, it's a great series. Have you ever experienced that anywhere you've been before where you're like, oh, I don't know if I can eat that. That's a bit ropey.
Do you know what? I think we're talking like a couple of years back now. But like Folly Farm, you can go to those places where you see the farm animals.
Yeah.
I remember having a ham sandwich in a restaurant there once.
Yeah.
And actually opening it up, and it was just full of just maggots in between the ham.
No.
Yeah.
You're joking. Grim.
Proper disgusting. But I mean, I suppose it's a farm, so you got to let them off. You can only do so much, can't you?
It was for the pigs, but you had it instead, like.
But yeah, that was a bit of an experience. That my sister now can't eat ham at all. She's
I
put
don't
off of that.
blame her. If you went into a supermarket and got a meal deal and it was a maggot sandwich, you'd be a bit like, uh-oh.
Yeah, I think Gordon would have a few Fs to chuck about.
Oh, absolutely. A few Fs and blinders to go around.
I reckon.
It is a good series. Have you been binging it?
Yeah, I kind of go through phases of it. I'll just be I'd go through YouTube and just be scrolling. I'll be there's nothing decent, but I know that I can just go and just find out what's been going on.
You know what's going on. Yeah, and it's entertaining. It's good to see people squirm.
Yeah, definitely.
But not in a maggot sense, because you don't want to eat those.
No,
absolutely
no time.
All right, Max, next duck, feel free. So you've got a purple one and you've got a red one. Oh, you're a smooth hooker ducker.
Do you know what? I thought it was going to be harder.
No, you're smashing it. One-handed as well. Look at that. Absolutely smashed it. So you played it before the Man City versus Notts Forest game the other day.
Yes, we did.
Which is you a Man City fan?
So we are, but not in kind of we're not massively into football. Jack is. Bez is pretty mild on his football.
Yeah, he's keen. He's like, yeah, I want to talk about it.
yeah, he loves it. But the City game was class to be able to go to the ground. I've never actually been, so it was really cool to see him in action.
It is a great ground as well, isn't it? It is a nice.
The atmosphere was proper mad.
Right, okay, so I'm a Nottingham Forest fan. Okay,
right,
6-0. We don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, wasn't great. Yeah, we actually went with a couple of guys from our live agency.
Oh yeah.
We were having such a good time in the run up, with the game and that.
Yeah.
And then as it started going through and we got to half time, they just started seeming really off, and we were all a bit confused. We were like, what have we done wrong?
Are we cancelled?
And then actually realised at the end that the guys from the agency were Notts Forest fans, and we were like,
awkward. Football calls awkward times, isn't it?
They didn't want to talk to us after.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's one way to leave your live agency, isn't it? Yeah, see you later.
It was a problem at the time, but I think we've managed to.
You've curved it out. Yeah. Just never mention the 6-0 ever again.
No, definitely not.
Right then, Max. Final duck. Go for the cheeky little purple one there. It is sat quite nicely actually on there.
I'll keep this.
Just got to keep that.
Consistent
keep it up.
First
keep it up.
go. There he is.
Fell off. There we get that. Yeah, it's good. It's a good hooker duck. We're tangled. We're tangled. So, okay, so I saw the little video you did on your social media, which was really nice for the A-level results.
Oh, yeah.
And you were kind of encouraging people to, not worry about it too much, because it is a scary time, you know. It's like it make or breaks you going to uni and things like that. But for you, like when you kind of think back to that time and things like that, like did you know you wanted to get into music, or were you kind of like just kind of going into other stuff at the time?
Yeah, it's an interesting one. I think like at school, I didn't ever not like school.
Yeah.
But I knew that kind of spending time like dossing about in the music block with these guys was where I felt most comfortable.
Yeah.
And like it always came a bit more naturally, and like I don't know, I think school for me was overall a good experience, but I think that without the music I probably wouldn't have had that kind of escapism.
Yeah.
But I was quite lucky in having mates that wanted to kind of go away, get away, and kind of focus on something completely different. But yeah, I mean, it's always been music for me. I've been at a point where like what I'm doing career-wise has always been what can facilitate like doing this.
Keep it going.
But like, I quite like it that way.
I think so as well. I think it breaks up a little bit as well. Sometimes you'd be like, yeah, well, just played a gig tonight, and then you go to it the next day, and you're like, look 100%. What I did.
nice to have a bit of like balance, because it's very different to like what I do on the day to day.
Oh, absolutely. I think it's nice that you've met all like your bandmates organically as well. Like it's like finding that like-minded group of people, isn't it? And just kind of clicking.
And it's always been like that way with these lot as well. Like whether like things are going well or not, like we always just are having a laugh and kind of just enjoying ourselves. And we always said that like that was the most important thing. So
absolutely. Definitely. But you've had quite a good year this year. I mean, you've had a bit of support for BBC Introducing, which has been good to see, and you've had like quite a few blogs picking up your tracks as well, which has been great.
Yeah, it's been a really good year. I think we kind of the latest track that we did, we kind of wanted to sort of try something a little bit different, maybe go into more of like a bit of a rocky sound.
Yes.
And I think that was more kind of it was harping back to the music that we were kind of first got us into it when we were kids as well, because we always liked more of like the kind of the quite like the heavier riff sort of stuff and like actual like rock music rather than the indie. So it's been nice to kind of start writing the music and performing the music the way that we always enjoyed it.
I was going to say, because I bet Overdue is a really cool one to do live, because it has got a bit of that scuzzy goodness in it. I really like that. And it's nice, it's a little bit different to what we've heard of you before. Yeah. So is that quite a nice one to perform live? Have you been playing that?
I mean, it's at the minute our live show is the first track we play.
Is it?
It's like we come out and it's just all guns blazing, gets us in the mood as well.
Yes.
It's a really, really fun track to play. Just sets up the rest of the set really. But I think that's the way things are going.
I took my thoughts down the bay. I looked into the shallows and I saw a face I didn't recognize. Those weren't my eyes, so I turned a blind. I popped my collar and walked away, praying that I'd never see that face again. I know it's been a while, but even after all this time, I know you'll get me thinking straight. But you ringing, so I left a message. I know we've all been tired of lately. We're overdue. Catch up on my sofa, come by my place about
I mean, this is quite millennial of me to say right now, but your Instagram is awesome. I
Nice.
love the visuals that you've got. I just feel like it's set out so nice. The pink and the black and the overlays and everything you've done with it.
Yeah.
Like with Maple, that video was so cool.
Yeah,
I mean, I
well-
was like looking at how you got every spot. You know, I saw you knew where you
Yeah,
were walking
yeah,
around
yeah.
that video. But it was cool.
That was a really cool video, actually. We had the idea for it, and Charlie, who's the girl who does all of our she does like our branding for us.
Yeah.
In terms of like the videos, like the GIFs and that. We had no idea how it was going to come out, and she was really, really pleased with how the GIFs went. So yeah, no, definitely check out what she does. And yeah, the video came out really well. The actual pink overlay stuff was just kind of a fluke.
Really?
Because we were going for that. I've always liked that black and white aesthetic. Just 'cause
Very
it
cool.
Makes me feel a bit moody. You know? But then like
Scuzzy.
popping the pink over the top, I think came from the last EP. Was like the pink album cover.
Yes, yeah.
And then it's just kind of stuck around, really. But yeah, no, I agree with you a lot. I think it just kind of looks a bit different, which
It is. It's
which I
getting
like.
its spot, and I think it is nice. 'Cause, I mean, all of that stuff you can see on T-shirts as well, like merch and things like that. That's what I quite liked about it. It's like the whole thing. It's like encompassing it all.
It's quite nice for me as well, because like every post that I do like, because I do the writing on the post myself.
Yeah, yeah.
So it kind of feels quite personal for me. It's like me like writing little messages to like the guys and just like doodling on Ethan's face, behind the drum kit and stuff like that.
Look, if you can't,
it's a good
you
laugh.
can't do it on your bandmate's face. What can you do? Do you know what I mean? That's the way.
I think
to
the
go.
last one I did, I put like a couple of tattoos on Henry's butt cheeks, actually, that was quite.
You should all get a matching tattoo. Are you going to do
Yeah,
that?
well, maybe. Well,
Oh.
you've thought about getting the logo that I've got there, haven't
Have
you?
you? Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Never say never.
bonding. I love that. But all you videos have that kind of cinematic feel to them as well. Like Selfish seemed to go down really, really well. Like I was reading the comments, and I feel like on YouTube a lot of people related to that, the visuals of that as well, and kind of what you did with it.
Yeah.
Did you have an idea of how you wanted that track to look? Was that quite an important one visually?
Yeah, so one of our best mates, Lucas, he actually directed that one for us.
Oh, amazing.
So we kind of like had a vague idea of what we wanted to do because the song like was very like personal to us.
Yeah.
So Henry went through like a bit of shit during uni, and it was kind of a song that was written about that situation to kind of help us kind of contextualize it, make sense of it all.
Yeah.
And we wanted to like tell that story throughout the video, but I think that like we always, that song when we wrote it, we wanted to do something with it. So because we partnered with Calm.
Oh,
Campaign
amazing.
Against Living
Yes.
Miserably.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
all the proceeds from that were going to go to them
Oh,
for that
that's
video, because we were like, we can't, it's not like very honest to ourselves to write a song about that and do a video about it if you're not actually going to make a difference with it.
Absolutely.
So that's what we wanted to do with that, and I think the video was built around that whole.
It was
like,
so
ethos.
clever. Like, yeah, especially with the smile on the hand and bringing it
Yeah,
up to the
yeah,
face.
yeah.
I thought it was really, really cool.
That
the
was
way you did
Lucas's
it.
girlfriend's idea. That was
Very
I
nice.
think that like a lot of the stuff that we do, everything that comes about is it's never just one person's idea. It's kind of like a big mishmash of what everyone wants and what everyone feels when they hear the song. And I think it's quite nice that like the community around the band goes much further than just us four. Like, It's
Yeah.
always been like our mates as well, and like girlfriends, and yeah, everyone just has a bit of a say really, which is nice.
It's nice because you've got your own little team then, haven't you?
Yeah.
And it's nice to have a
That's
team around you. You can bound off each other and think
Yeah.
about new things because you might not have thought about something and bring that in. So I
Yeah,
really
definitely.
like that. That's really cool.
Been shut in for this long, but
Love Among Angry People. I mean, let's just start with that as a title. I love that for an EP title. I think it's
Thank
so
you.
sick. Have you got it on t-shirts? I feel like that'd be sick on a t-shirt.
I don't know why I'm looking at
Ideas.
you guys like you'd know.
Like,
I
Come on, bandmates, design it.
I don't think we've got that on a t-shirt. I know we did like the tour poster,
Yeah.
which was like the same branding.
Yeah.
But no, maybe we should do a t-shirt with that on there.
I really like it, I think it's cool. I think
Yeah,
it's...
you've got my mind going.
I know, look at this, we're getting it. Look, I'll join your team now. I'll get involved in the
that's it.
creative process.
Done.
But I like the Lovers, the way that started the EP was really nice because I felt like that was a little bit of a different track we hadn't heard from you before and they kind of tinged in a nice kind of way that was.
That's Ethan's dad's favourite track because it reminds him of like tunes we used to do when we were like proper little kids.
Oh, really?
So yeah, I mean that was quite fun for us really. But that song was written with like it was always just going to be an opener. So I never wanted it to be like a full length like song.
Yeah.
It was kind of like an introduction to the EP. But yeah, I think Love Among Angry People was it's the closest we've got to like trying to properly actually address like subjects in songs.
Yeah.
Like every single song on that EP has a meaning.
Yeah.
Which was really special for us. And it was also the first time since lockdown that we actually got into studio together.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So I think that's what made it a bit different for us, really.
Yeah, it seemed like quite a self-reflective EP, which I like.
Yeah.
Like Wait is a really strong track on that EP, the lyrics in there and everything
Yeah.
like that. So I think that's kind of nice that when you come out of that stage of like your life in lockdown and things, and because everything does weigh on your mind a little bit, doesn't it, with that, and kind of putting that into writing and getting it out.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I think we all came out of lockdown and I definitely had a lot to say, and like a lot of the lyrics that were written during lockdown.
Yeah.
And I wrote a lot of music during lockdown, but a lot of it kind of the stuff that was more kind of reflective, like I think Sink has got a lyric in it which is keys clenched, she walks ready to run, and it was round when all the Sarah Everard stuff was going on.
Yes.
And that lyric was actually something that I saw like on the floor, like spray painted in Sheffield.
Oh, wow.
Just like out walking during lockdown.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, oh, I have to write a song about that because it just really like struck
Very
a
strong.
chord. So the whole song was written around that lyric.
No way.
Yeah, there was quite a lot of that really. The idea was like I wanted to write songs that people might listen to and kind of think about how maybe things can change a little bit because they're not necessarily going in the right direction at the minute.
Get your team in. Your team involved.
Definitely.
Your creative team. Hey! But you've worked with Alex Quinn on quite a few of your tracks, haven't
Yeah.
you? Was that at Par Street as well?
Yeah,
When
that was at Par
Par
Street. So we recorded the whole EP at Par Street.
Amazing.
Which was mad. And also actually we'd booked I think we booked the smaller room there and got there and they were like, oh, there's been a cancellation, so you can have the full thing.
Yeah.
So we were like in the massive, it was the first time we had like a full control room and we could see what everyone was doing through the windows. Like it was proper mad.
Profesh, like.
But now Quinny's class, like he's the guy that we go to now in terms of like if I've got new tunes I want them demoing up, we'll go and sit in there, get them down properly. So that's the red stripe. 11 o'clock red stripe, lovely. But yeah, so yeah, he's been class, and I mean he works with us on Overdue, and this next song is coming out as well. He worked with us on that one too. So yeah, we get on with him really well. He's a good laugh as well.
Yeah, that's what you want.
Yeah, I think the last time we went and recorded the demos with him, we ended up going to some Irish bar in Liverpool. What was it called? No, it was the one with the Irish man's bottom. Was it Pogue Mahone?
Instantly
Pogue
love.
Mahone, which I think means kiss my ass in Irish.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love
it. So yeah, we ended up going there, and there was an Irish band playing the fiddle, and they were playing like Cortina's covers.
Oh, no way.
Which was jokes. It was good fun. And then we all got
And then you're good. That was a negative.
Yeah.
But at least you had a couple of Guinnesses while you got it.
Yeah.
So
that was the boys from Bandit that gave us COVID. Actually,
Oh, no
'cause
way.
They were also there.
Shout out.
If Bandit are watching,
Yeah.
you
We're coming
bastards.
for you. You got us good. Literally.
Yeah.
That's so good that you found a producer that really gets your sound, because I think that's half the battle, isn't it? And and it's great that you have a producer where you could be like, right, got this new tune. I know what I want to do with it, but I'd like to see what you think of it as well. Because sometimes it can be hard to find a producer that you're really on the same page with. So that's really cool.
Yeah, and I think that it's quite cool because when we go and record with him, like he's very much like, what have you got? So like he'll be like, play the tune as you want it.
Yeah.
And then we'll have a chat about it and see what he likes, what he doesn't like, and again, it's just kind of like that nice collaborative feel, and he gives the guys plenty of space to do what they want as well.
Oh, that's
like
good.
put their stamp on it. So
Yeah.
no, it's proper good.
I love that. So you said you got a new tune on the way. Anything else that we've got coming up that we're going to see for you the rest of the year?
So we've got that new tune coming out, and then we've got 2 big flagship shows planned for the end of the year.
Oh.
So when we did our last tour, we deliberately left off Bristol and Sheffield because they're like our 2 kind of hometown bases.
Nice. Yeah.
Us lot having grown up in, 3 of us having grown up in kind of Bristol area, and then all of us now living in Sheffield.
Yeah.
So we're playing the Lead Mill on November the 4th.
Oh, great venue.
It's the first time we've headlined it, so we're buzzing for that. I think we've only ever played it once before, and that was supporting Larkins.
Oh, brilliant.
And that was mad. So playing it to ourselves and having it to ourselves is going to be really, really cool.
It's going to be insane.
And we're sharing the bill with really cool bands on both sort of tour dates. We've got a few still to announce, but I think we've got Voodoo Bandits already announced for Lead Mill, and they're obviously like
brilliant.
They're class lads for a start.
Yeah.
They're a really, really good laugh. And yeah, no, we're really looking forward to those shows. And then I think I'm writing a lot at the moment. The next look will be towards maybe whatever's coming out next being a bit bigger than an EP.
Oh,
but we'll see what we can do.
See what's going on, idiot.
The songs are there.
The songs are there. It's waiting to be bit.
They just need doing.
Thank you so much for like coming in and playing a live session for us. We're really looking forward to hearing that in just a few minutes. And thank you for sitting in the bath for me.
No problem at all.
Hey. Cheers, Max. Thank
nice
you.
One.
Don't throw love at me when you're feeling lonely, and I'm
Thanks so much for watching, and make sure you keep your eyes peeled on our socials at Spill the Sound for loads of bonus content, and to keep your eye out for future episodes because we've still got some goodness on the way for you. Don't you worry. We'll catch you next time. Stay soapy.